Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk to you about that part 2 of the recession is here. Palantir is down 5% at the day of recording this. Tesla is down 6+%. And Micheal Burry has tweeted something that sent shivers down Wall Street's spine because it was actually true. He was suggesting that we're only halfway there to the recession and there's a 50% more drop on the way. And I do believe that he's correct. So of course, I want to tell you in this video how this relates to my two stocks in the portfolio, which is Tesla and Palantir. So if you're invested in these stocks or you're interested in my opinion about these, then stay tuned for the video. And as always, if you like this video, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you are so nice and kind that you want to support the channel more, then check out the first link in the description box below, which takes you to our Patreon, where you can get direct access to me, to all the valuations that we use on this channel, and to my eternal gratitude. All right, so let's begin the video. So today seems to be a total massacre on the market. As I said, Palantir is 5% down. Tesla is 6.29% down. The day after he ended the Twitter deal, and there were so many people on TV and CNBC who said, yeah, the Twitter is $150 overhang on the stock. And if it hadn't been for the Twitter deal, Tesla would be $150 more. And you just can't escape the macro. We have the S&P ending its 1 week rally and turning down, and it's just red overall, except for Trump's media company. That might have to do something with Twitter and the SQQ. Anyway, so what did this Micheal Burry tweet that sent shivers down everyone's spine? So he said that adjusted for inflation, the S&P 500 is down 25 to 26%, the Nasdaq is down 34 to 35%, Bitcoin down 64, 65%. And he said that was a multiple compression. Next up is earnings compression. So maybe halfway there. He then deleted this tweet, as he always does, but needless to say, he is actually correct in what he's saying. Because this, I want to show you with an example. So you have how much a stock is earning, which for example in Palantir's case is 0 because they don't have a profit. But let's say in Tesla case is $3. But let's use simple numbers. $10 for earnings per share, and then you have a PE multiple which is 60, and then you times these two together to get the actual stock price. So what has been happening is the Fed has been increasing interest rates, and because of economic rules, the PE multiples, you know, when inflation is high and the Fed is tightening rates, they tend to go down. So the PE multiples have gone down quite some. So I give you an example. Let's say that they have halved. So we went down to $300, but you can see nothing has happened to the earnings yet because we haven't actually arrived to recession and companies have been showing better earnings. But what would happen if we have the low PEs, which will stay because the Fed is not lowering the interest rates, but now the earnings start dropping because the economy is worse? Then you can see that the price drops another 50%. So I wanted to talk to you in this video about how this would affect Palantir and Tesla, because make no mistake, this is going to affect a lot of companies. I'm 100% Apple is going to be affected by this. I'm 100% Netflix is going to be. Most of the companies are going to be affected by this. However, we have two gems here of companies, which is Palantir and Tesla. And let's take them one by one. So Palantir has no debt on its balance sheet, is in no need of immediate financing, and they have a super high gross margin, and they are cash flow positive. Then they have a pricing power because their customers is, you know, the governments and the global 6,000 companies, and they are not affected by inflation. They are not affected by the oil price. So this means that if push comes to shove, Palantir is going to be able to raise its prices. So there's no chance of having a earnings drop for Palantir. So in that way, we're out of the water. But I'm going to, in the end, give you my predictions as for the stock price. So now we're talking about Palantir as the business. So now when we go over to Tesla, Tesla is a company that could be affected by this because, you know, auto companies are not so recession proof. And lately I've done videos about, you know, me changing my mind on Tesla because actually I was too pessimistic. Let me tell you what I mean. So Tesla actually has their production sold for about a year ahead of time. And to decrease the wait line for customers, they have been even increasing their prices, I believe up to 20% already this year. And you have to remember that because it's such a long time from when you order to when you deliver the car, that actually the price increase will only show up on the balance sheet in about a year from now. So that means that Tesla is already anticipating inflation, and their orders show no signs of slowing down despite the price increases. So my big belief is that if the recession is not longer than a year, Tesla is safe. Probably even after 2 years, because, you know, the order numbers would gradually drop. They wouldn't receive no orders for a year and then they eat up their whole order book. So most probably what you would see is that they're, you know, sold for a year ahead, and then the next month it's only 11 months, and then, you know, the next months maybe they're only 9 months ahead, and then they're slowly catching up. So, and the recession, I don't know of many recessions. Probably the Great Depression of 1929 lasted more than 3-4 years before it started recovering. So Tesla is pretty safe, and they're not going to have an earnings drop. So here we come to the interesting point. So does this mean that if the whole market is dropping, that Palantir's and Tesla's price are not going to go lower? No. I can't predict the price of the stock. I don't know what's going to happen in the short term, but I know if they follow the macro and they're going to drop, it's going to be a fantastic buying opportunity. For me, this is not investment advice. This is purely my opinion. Let me tell you, I already miss Palantir being down here in the 6s. And if it goes back down to the 6s, or Tesla goes below $600, I'm going to look anywhere I can to find money to buy these stocks, because it will not be the companies that are faltering. It will be the macro. And these companies have a wonderful future, and you don't have to worry about them. So this was my 2 cents on this subject. Please let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.